Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. I'm HIV positive and I'm currently self-quarantined in my house. Yes, today we are dealing with the coronavirus and the pandemic that we are all seeing unfolding before our eyes. It's really unreal. And I have to say, until today, I don't think I really was understanding the enormity of it and the severity of it, and how we all really need to do our part to help stop the spread of this virus. I want to start by saying that there's a few things that I want to cover in this video. I want to talk about self-quarantining ourselves. I don't know how to say that right. Staying home, basically. I want to talk about people that are already taking HIV medication and how that could be an obstacle for people that are at risk. What else did I want to talk about? Well, I don't have work. That sucks. I just found out that we were going to be off for just a week. Just got word very recently that it's going to be 2 weeks now, which goes into our spring break, which is 3 weeks. I am not somebody who is covered through the school district. I'm a sub, so substitute teachers aren't covered the same way. We're kind of like a contracted person all by ourselves, so I don't have any recourse for this, unfortunately. That's 3 weeks without any income, and it's really scary, honestly. And I'm hoping that I can recover some of this in some way, because I still have to pay my rent and my bills and all that stuff. And I know I'm not alone with people out there feeling really freaked out about how we're going to handle this. But reality has set in that I don't have a paycheck for 3 weeks, and that's really terrifying. So there's that. And then I wanted to say that last night, this is why it hit me so hard today and why I wanted to make this video, is that last night Eric and I had gone to dinner, and you know, it was quiet out for sure, and I put up a post about, you know, just a picture of us together and put, "We're not scared." Like, I realize now how irresponsible and like flippant that was, and I feel like it was, obviously I didn't have enough information at the time, otherwise I would have never put up an insensitive post like that. And the reason I think now that that felt insensitive is because when I got home, I was able to look at Bruce Richmond's story, and he had some he had screenshots of an article, and when I read that, it just hit home. I talked about it on my story this morning. It hit home for me on why we need to stay home, and I felt so stupid for putting that picture up. I've deleted the picture, and I don't know, I felt so stupid for like, oh, I'm not scared. Well, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of getting the virus myself, because and if you want more information on why that is, just watch this video. I did a video about it already. You know, having HIV, there's a lot of people that are concerned about me and my health, and they think that I'm more at risk or that my immune system's compromised. It's not compromised. I'm really healthy. I'm undetectable, and the CDC has confirmed this. When you're undetectable and your viral load is at a decent level, your risk is the same as somebody who doesn't have HIV, who's, you know, a healthy person. So I'm not at any kind of risk, but the part that was really irresponsible, I feel, of myself, although some people say, you know, I'm beating myself up too much, but I want to be really vigilant on this, because I think everybody needs to be, and if we start slacking a little bit, that's where the mess lies, and where the danger is. So I got home and I saw this post from Bruce Richmond, and it said, this is from the New York Times. It says, "If low-risk people don't socially distance, then the entire containment process is not effective. Generally, there are fewer high-risk individuals, the sick and the elderly, and they don't tend to move around as much as the lower-risk individuals. Therefore, it's more likely that a low-risk individual will expose a high-risk individual to the virus." I mean, that's awful. And like, to think, like, what if I was out there and I got it, and then I exposed somebody who it reached that person who was high risk, and then they died. So, and this is truly how it happens. So going on, it says, "Wanting to socialize right now is understandable. People are stressed. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend. People rightly want to support local businesses. Younger people feel less vulnerable, but the consequences are dire. Just look at Italy, a country thought to be a week to 10 days ahead of the United States in its outbreak, where the healthcare system is collapsing under the strain of new cases. In the Boston Globe on Friday, the Italian journalist Mattia I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Ferrazzi, offered a chilling warning to the U.S. readers not to follow Italy's lead. He says, "Many of us were too selfish to change our behavior," he wrote. "Now we're in lockdown and people are needlessly dying." So basically they just say social distancing is a responsibility. It's not about panicking and quarantining to protect oneself, but to protect others around you. I feel so sad about that I didn't get this yesterday. So I really felt like I wanted to go onto my YouTube and explain this to people so they really took it seriously. And as the days got on, it's just been more businesses closing, and this is really real. This is for sure real. And I was even considering going up snowboarding. I'm not sure it's going to be open or not. Eric's actually snowboarding right now, which felt distant enough from people. I wouldn't be around people. It's just you're snowboarding down a mountain, so it felt safe. But I would possibly be staying up near my parents' house in their cabin, which is literally a mile from their house, but I didn't want to see them because I don't know that I don't have this. And I would never want to expose my parents, who are in their 70s, to something that could potentially kill them. So that's how real this is. It's super, super real. And I just want to emphasize how strongly I feel about everybody really doing this. Stay home. And there's a hashtag right now that says stay the F home, basically. And put that on your social media. Really try to show people that staying home is the right thing to do. I think it's definitely a movement that I'm seeing all through my social media right now, and it's great. The other thing I wanted to mention, and which is really scary, and I will have a link to it. Brenda Emily brought this up to me. She knows somebody who just had a recorded conversation with an infectious disease doctor who kind of confirmed, and hopefully by the time I put this video up, I'll have the link in the description, who basically kind of confirmed that people who are already taking HIV medication, like myself, may be asymptomatic to the virus, and therefore we would be like carriers that wouldn't even know we had it, where we could just be, putting others at risk who are high risk and not even know it. So that's, and what they say about the virus also is that you can have no symptoms in the beginning, be incredibly contagious, and have no idea that you're spreading it. That's the other thing. So we're sort of in the same boat, but we may never have symptoms because of the medication we're taking, because this medication that they're using, Coletra, has two components to it. Those components, when I looked at my blood work originally, when I had my, they were trying to figure out what medication to give me, the components that are in Coletra, I've got similar components in my medication, which means that I'm kind of taking the medication that's prophylactically would be helping me. I don't know if it would help me not get the virus. That hasn't been confirmed. I can't get that confirmation from anybody, but it could make me asymptomatic, which is problematic because I would never know that I had it, and then I could be transmitting it. So those things were really important for me to share today. What else? Yeah, this is just weird. We're just home. It's really cold and rainy here in California. It's going to be like this for the next week. So it's kind of like, well, what else are we going to do? It's kind of okay to be inside. So probably we'll be on my social media a lot, maybe do some lives. Yeah, I mean, my God, what else am I going to do? I mean, we're literally going to be home. I really wanted to go to the gym, but I'm gonna take that vow not to go and just, exercise outside. There's a really, maybe I could put this on. Oh, I'll put a picture of it right after at some point. or right now. I didn't want to really edit this video very much about what are all the places that you could, oh wait, I could bring it up on my Instagram. Hold on one second. I think I have the post here. I put it on my Facebook. These are the places that are safe to go. Hold on. Okay, so this is what you want to avoid. Group gatherings, sleepovers, play dates, concerts, theater outings, athletic events, crowded retail stores like the mall, the gym, visitors in your house, non-essential workers in your house, and mass transit. And these are things that you want to use with caution. It says visiting a local restaurant is what I did last night, so that was with caution, I guess. I mean, we were careful when we were there, obviously, but kind of wish we hadn't gone because I really don't want to be careless. Visit your local grocery store. Obviously, you need to eat, so do that with caution. Get takeout, pick up medication, play tennis in the park. That they have that as used with caution. Visiting the library, church services. I would avoid church services. Do that at home. I would say that's just a gathering of people that is really unnecessary at this point. And travel. Really avoid traveling. We had really considered doing some traveling because I have all this time off, and obviously now this is just not a good idea. Obviously prices, flights are cheaper, and there's this sort of this feeling like, oh, I want to be able to take advantage of that, but it doesn't feel good anyways right now. It's like I just want to be home with my animals and not far from anything that feels like, I just want to be close to my house. So these are the things that are safe to do. Take a walk, go for a hike, yard work, play in your yard, clean out a closet, read a good book, listen to music, cook a good meal, family game night, go for a drive, group video chats, of course, social media, this is the time to do it, stream a favorite show, check on a friend, and check on your elderly neighbors, which I have done actually. I wrote to my neighbor across the street. I don't know the gentleman across the street. It's a single man who lives by himself. I'd say he's in his early 70s, late 60s. So I wrote to my one neighbor, said, how is he doing? Can you let me know? My daughter was worried about him, and he's actually quarantining himself and apparently making bread. So I'm glad to hear that. So that's really all for now. But please all take this seriously and stay home. And really only the things that I mentioned. And this is all on my social media. If you need it to look at the list again, it's on my Facebook and my Instagram. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I feel really like this is so weird. Like I'm 50 years old almost, and obviously I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. So it's really, it feels insane, honestly. It feels really crazy to see these posts from the government saying, don't leave your house. But yeah, I'm not going to, only for these, few things that I'm gonna need to do, groceries and my medication, stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you're all well, and signing out for now. I'll be back soon, and yeah, be good. Okay guys, bye.